evasive maneuvers. I want a full trim down. Now!
Bloodhound tank, full trim down. We're not gonna make it. Torpedoes armed and ready.
Fire on my command. Fire!
All stations report no damage. Same heading. Full speed ahead.
All subs ready, torpedo.
Armed and ready.
Fire!
Hello everybody and welcome to the second edition of Shockz on Saturn. Today we're going into shoot 'em up territory and we're going to look at the game called In the Hunt. So let's just go into options and change a few settings before we start the game. First I'm going to put the difficulty down to easy. Then I'm going to put the number of ships up to about 5, and if you're wondering why I do this, then you'll soon see why, because I'm really shit at this game, and if I start off on normal with lowest amount of ships, then this is going to be a really short bit of gameplay. So yeah, I'm just giving myself a bit of a chance here, and I will need it, because as you'll see soon, that this is a game where, like most shoot 'em ups, when the action starts going, there is just shit coming from everywhere. So yeah, I'm going to put it up, I'm going to be a pusser, I'm going to play it safe. So jumping straight into the action, I'm just going to take these two pussers out first. There we go, and then I'll give you an overview of what the buttons do. So your A button, that will shoot your torpedoes straight out in front of you, like so. Now your B button is your surface to air missiles, and plus you drop these little mine things that you can see coming out of the submarine as well. To shoot down things in the air, then you will have to go up to the surface of the water. And your C button, now that will just shoot all your torpedoes in all directions, as you can clearly see. And basically this is your button of choice. You're going to be wanting to press C a lot, because when shit gets going and there's loads of stuff on the screen, yeah, just smash that button. It is your button of choice. Your X, Y and Z buttons do absolutely nothing, as do your shoulder buttons. So in theory you could play this on a Mega Drive control pad, but I do say in theory because of course the Mega Drive control pad does not fit Sega Saturn. Well, I don't think it does anyway. I know I'm just going to get comments now of people saying actually you could do it if you could up this up to that, but yeah, whatever. In theory you could play it on a 3-button pad, because that's all you need. Any 3 buttons are functional. Anyway, I'm just waffling on about buttons now, so yeah, we'll stop that right now. So yeah, I do tend to die really fast in shoot 'em ups. I don't know why. I suppose I just don't have the skills to play them. I think multitasking is my problem, because when you get big opponents like this ship here, for instance, I kind of take my attention away from the smaller ones, and as you can see, look, I end up doing something stupid, like just driving myself straight into it and dying. So yeah, multitasking on shoot 'em ups is kind of my problem. I either go after the big one and forget the little ones, or go after the little ones and go after the big ones. So yeah, yeah, that's probably why I don't really last long before dying on one of these kind of games. Yeah, and as you can see, dead again. This is basically just going to be really repetitive. It's just going to be me trying to dodge everything and just blow myself up. This is all that happens when I am on shooters. I just button mash and hope I hit stuff, and then I just die. Oh, so yeah, as you can see, you will get power-ups on the games. You'll get these little letters that float around. They give you your power-ups. You can get like your homing missiles and stuff like that, just like any other shooter really. But like I say, if you want to shoot stuff in the sky like these planes, you have to go up to the surface. There's no point shooting them underwater, because as you can see, the torpedoes will just explode before they get to the surface. So that star that I've just picked up there, that is called a treasure ball. Now if you collect 100 of these, you get an extra attack sum. So basically, if you collect 100 of these, you get an extra life basically. Which always comes in handy when I'm on these kind of games. Boom, see? Oh, and I'm dead again! Continuing already, I can't believe it. We're not even through the first level yet and I'm continuing already. Oh yes, look at that, upgraded my torpedoes. I have some of that. Oh now these little things here that pop out, these do just do my head in. If you get caught in the laser beam, then they will freeze you in a block of ice. And when you've got things coming from all over the place, that's not a good thing to happen to you. No, see that? So yeah, as soon as they appear, just try and blast them, or you're gonna get frozen basically. Oh yeah, doing quite good at dodging him so far, as he says as he dies. Great stuff. Oh, this is one of the worst parts on this level. Oh, now this one I always get stuck in between and get shot to shit. Like that, look at that lot. You've basically got that small little gap to manoeuvre yourself in. Oh, it's hectic. With loads of bullets flying around you as well, that area is it just gets me every time. I know it's there, but yeah, I still fall into that trap. So I think we're getting a bit close to the boss now. Now you always know when there's going to be a boss on this game, because the game does a little pause. There you go, that's the little pause, and that means it's boss time. So here we have our first boss. Just take out these little bitches here. Boom. Then you can get straight on and you can die, basically you can die. That's what you can do. So yeah, you just gotta like, I don't know, it's a bit of a bitch. I don't know if you're supposed to shoot these tentacle things or not. I have actually managed to shoot them off, but I don't know where to aim on this boss. I can't work out if you have to hit him in a certain point or not, and then he loses like his tentacle things. Continue, great stuff. But yeah, I have managed to shoot him off on one time when I've been against him. But sometimes they fall off, sometimes they don't. I think the best strategy is just to keep yourself all the way back, as far back as you can away from him when these come out, and then when they go out, go in close range, get up to him, take him out. But yeah, if you're a twat like me, you'll get hit by the missiles, so that tactic probably is not great. Oh my god, I'm just losing half the life on this dude. Yeah, come on Shockz, take him out, here we go. Yeah, who's a boss now? So there you go, that's the end of level 1, and we're going to move on to level 2 now. So another thing you'll notice on this game is between levels you will get a black screen like this. So yeah, some of the loading times are a bit slow on this, but yeah, it's alright. I don't mind them. They're not, I mean, I've played games with a lot worse loading screens than this, but you will find that some of the loading screens are particularly slow when you play this game. Now as you can see, level 2 is a lot more hectic than the first level was. You've got a lot more aerial opponents to shoot down in this one, so you're always bobbing up from below the surface to above the surface to take down your aerial enemies. Yeah, I'd say this level is a lot more difficult than the first level. You basically just keep pounding that C button. A button, just forget there's any other button on the control pad. Pretend you're playing it on an Atari 2600 or something like that and you've just got one red button. That C button is your red button. Just keep pounding that to shit. Works wonders on this game. So in The Hunt, it is one of the more sought after shoot 'em ups on the Sega Saturn system. For a decent PAL copy you're going to be looking about £50 upwards nowadays. That is for a really good copy. You can get a few shoddy copies for probably less than that. I mean, mine's not a really great copy, but yeah, it cost me a lot less than £50, so I'm not really bothered. But yeah, for a decent PAL copy you're looking about £50. If you've got a region modded Saturn like myself, but obviously I am collecting for the PAL collection, that's why I went and got the PAL game. But yeah, if you've got a region modded Saturn and you can play Japanese games or American games, then you're looking about £30 for a good NTSC or NTSC-J copy of this. So yeah, and I'd say it's worth £30. I mean, it's a challenging game. It's not an easy game by any means at all. So yeah, I think it's worth £30 of anyone's money really, especially if you're into this kind of genre of games. If shoot 'em ups are your thing, then yeah, I'd say this is a good example of a shoot 'em up really, especially on the Sega Saturn anyway. I mean, you can get this game on the PlayStation as well, and I think copies for the PlayStation version are a lot cheaper than this. Don't hold me to that because I don't really look for PlayStation games, but I would say that they're a bit cheaper. But I don't know how hard it is to get on the PlayStation 1 either, so yeah, but I do know that you can also get it on PlayStation 1, so that might be worth checking out if you've got a PlayStation 1. Now those things that I've just collected there at the bottom, which had the blue light ball of light in them, they are called treasure boxes. Now if you remember on the first level when I collected the star, which was called a treasure ball, and you have to collect 100 of these to get an extra attack sub, which is basically an extra life. Well, these treasure boxes, they're worth 5 of those stars, so yeah, this is another power up that you really want to be collecting because they'll help you out. So now we're on to the second level boss. Let's see how we do here. Sometimes I find him easier than the first boss, sometimes I find him more difficult than the first boss, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I mean, his main power attack against you is these lasers here, so, and I know you can shoot them individually, so just keep attacking those lasers, because the more you take out, the more firepower he's got to come at you. But eventually he'll drop into the water, and then that's when the fight is on really. There we go, look, now he's dropped into the water, and he's killed me immediately. And another thing here as well is you can't shoot behind you, so if he's on that side, you've not really got any attack, so you want to be here on the left side so that you can shoot torpedoes towards him. Yeah, overall I'd say he's a little bit easier than the first boss really. Look at that. I mean, I didn't really struggle with that really. I lost a couple of lives, but yeah, I find him easier than the first boss. So that's the end of level 2. So now we're moving on to level 3. Now this level I have never gotten past. I've had many goes on this game and I cannot get past this third level. Yeah, the boss on it is just a bitch. The whole level is just a bitch really, but yeah, there's only 6 levels in the whole game. And you've already seen the South Pole and the Channel, they're the first 2 levels. Now we've got the Seabed Ruins, what we're going to do now. After this you get a Sunken Town, then you get the Deep Dark Sea, and then you get the end enemy base. But yeah, I can never get past this third level, so let's crack on with it and see how we do this time. This might be a Shockz first by getting past this third level. I won't hold your breath though people, but we'll see how we do. The whole objective of this level though is just to move upwards and just not that big boss that was there at the bottom. He just chases you through the entire level, and your object is just to get to the surface without him catching you, and then when you get to the surface, obviously you take him on. But then that's where I die every time. I can get to the surface, but I cannot take out the boss. So yeah, we'll see how we do. And by the fact that I've just been blown up again and died, I could say that this isn't looking too peachy for us. Yeah, I'm really crap at these games. Oh, and I'm dead again. Would you Adam and Eve that? Come on, at least let me get to the surface. I've got to get to the surface. If I get to the surface, I'll be happy because at least I'm on par with where I normally get. Now you see, I could take a right here and go after them treasure chests. Could take a bit of a chance, but as I find out before, that can often prove to be fatal. So I'm just going to stick by going up here. Just keep blasting away these blocks and moving upwards. I'm not really going to go after the power-ups because yeah, I always die when I go after them. So the only way is up, as Yaz would say. So my overall rating for In the Hunt would be about a 4.5 out of 5. Basically, it's a good game. In fact, it's a great game. Looks wise, I think the graphics are excellent. As for the sound, I also think that's excellent as well. It's got that great difficulty level that you get in all shooters. You don't want them to be too easy, but then again, you don't want to be overboard hard. But it does have difficulty settings, so you can always knock it up. And yay, we're at the top. I'm actually fighting the boss. See how long we last here? A few seconds, knowing my previous record on this. So yeah, about 4.5 out of 5 I'd give it. If it weren't for the slow loading times and the little pauses between bosses, it might get a full score of 5 out of 5 for a shoot 'em up. So there we go, we're out of continues, game over. So yeah, I'm not going to bother continuing. Well, I can't continue, we're out of continues. And as you can see, I didn't even make the top 10 in the rankings. That's typically me, that is. So yeah, we're going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you again in the next episode. Oh, and by the way, if you would like to request a game you would like to see throughout the series, then please leave it in your comments. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye for now.